myself, Gene, and those guys are setting up, lining up, but I wanted to holler at you guys, man, to say what's up. And I know right now that the Spurs game, that game is on right now because I got it right over here to kind of watch it while we chat. But I wanted to make sure I get a chance to chat with you, our day here. I love these days that I get to sit and talk with you guys because we get to talk about things and talk with you about things now. So yeah, and there's a lot going on. Of course, like I just said, right now I'm watching the Spurs and Timberwolves, and yes, Victor Wembanyama is playing, and the Spurs are winning right now. And personally, I know there's a lot of stuff going on. Okay, that was somebody calling. It's Gene, as a matter of fact. I know it's a lot going on right now when it pertains to a Victor Wembanyama playing. Everybody's talking about he should have gotten suspended, he should have gotten thrown out. I don't want to hear none of that. I personally don't want to hear any of it. I'm not saying you're not right. I'm just saying I want to see Wembanyama play. And I was talking about this with some of the guys over on the set today, on the on the White House set, because I went in messing with them right away because I told them last week, all the Lakers fans in that on the White House set, I said, you guys are being unrealistic. You got no shot. They're going, well, Michael, if we do this and LeBron can play his best, they got a shot and trying to get healthy, and then we wait till Luka come back. Stop it. Stop. Just stop it. And I told you guys it made me feel like, for the first time, what people must think when they see us and they say, oh, you guys are delusional Cowboy fans. And they always say that. But this year we won't be delusional. This year it won't be a delusional Cowboy fans. And just to digress just a little bit right now, we're just gonna digress for a little bit, right? Just a little bit. The Cowboys schedule. Cowboys open up another Sunday night game against the Giants. And the Cowboys get to come home September 27th against the Ravens. And the Cowboys will play the Philadelphia Eagles on Thanksgiving. Now, right now, it's 54-40, San Antonio Spurs right now. So now I can veer into a little bit of Cowboy talk before we talk about the sweeps the Lakers have received, or the sweep that the broom that the 76ers have received at the hands of the Knicks. We can talk Cowboys right now. Isn't that great to be saying that? I saw somewhere where it said 88 days before the Hall of Fame game. I think that was yesterday, like 88 days. We're inside 100 days. 88 days goes like that when you count down, and I'm counting down to that Hall of Fame game until the season starting, and I can't wait till the season starts. So you guys let me know what you got. Yeah, Hulkamania is running wild with 88, huh? Yeah, I'm telling you, what's up, my brother? Rings. And that's one thing now, Gene, didn't teach me, right? Because this thing, you look like Michael Irvin. What do you mean you look like Michael Irvin? I am Michael Irvin. Stop playing with that, man. Stop messing around, man. What you tried to say this? Dog, what you tried to say, man? Always coming on where I'm saying saving battery. Am I trying? Dog, that's funny, man. I pop it up. So I pop up when you trying to save some battery, and I'm just popping up. Nobody better than the playmaker. I appreciate that, buddy. I appreciate you saying that, man. I can't even see you guys' names because it's so small, but I can see the comments. But just keep talking to me and talking with me here because I am excited about this, man. And I'm gonna tell you guys something with the Cowboys. I love watching you play. I appreciate you love watching when I play. But what they did with the Cowboys in this schedule, giving them the Giants to start the season, which I like. I like because the Giants, I was telling someone earlier, it take roots. John Harbaugh's a great coach, and the Giants have him. But what he's instilling in the Giants right now, it's all great, but it'll be in wondering form when it comes up against the Cowboys. I don't care how you do in the preseason. Week one, you're still going to wonder if everything he's been preaching and teaching really works. So you'll go into game one not fully confident that we can be all that we could be because you've never seen the things that he's implementing work in your world. They may have worked in Baltimore's world, but now you want them to work in New York's world, and it takes time for that to engraft to the spirit. So you go in there the first game, you still, hey, he's been packing in, he's been putting stuff in, he's been telling you what to do and how to handle it. He's been trying to teach you a way to play football, but you don't know that that works yet. You go into game one, you need to get victories so you can start believing in what he's telling you. So what I'm saying, now with the Giants coming in, and they always do that Sunday night football, open the season, the Giants and the Cowboys, it's always big ratings because those are big markets. The big brand of the Cowboys against that big market, the Giants, is great opening season Sunday night ratings, and it will not disappoint this year because of the anxiety, the excitement. I don't want to say the excitement that they got going in New York because of John Harbaugh, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying this is going to be crucial. And now, by the same token, this could be a great jump off for John Harbaugh if the Cowboys go in here slipping up and let the Giants win week one. Now, the Giants win week one when everybody had been saying the Cowboys may be able to get to the Super Bowl this year with the team they got on offense and what they've done in the draft. You see, all of that hype that the Cowboy fan base has, it really quells. And then all of those thoughts and hopes that the Giants fan base have, it'll fly high if the Giants come out of game one. That's why it's important for the Cowboys to jump on the Giants for game one. And I think that's why it sets up good for the Cowboys in game one to be facing the Giants. Now, later on that season, I don't know when they'll play again, things will be different probably by then because Coach Harbaugh, you'll start seeing that thing starting to work by the time they come back. And you think about it too, the Malik Neighbors, this Cam Scatterboo, all of those guys, it's week one. How healthy are those guys? And they haven't really been playing, they haven't played in any real action. So, you'll catch them kind of questioning why you got the team. Not, I don't want to say questioning, you'll catch them questioning those injuries. Guys returning from injuries will be questioning their ability and how healthy they are. Now, the guys, the team will be waiting on, I won't say questioning, waiting on what Harbaugh's teaching to take effect. What's up, my man? Double star 88. I can't see that. Why can't I see 88 no matter where that shit shows up? You know what I'm saying? Everybody else like, okay, why you always can see the 88? I don't know. I honestly do not know. But it just, my eyes, wherever 88 is around me, I pull it up. I see it. It catches it. It's just what it is, man. That's you. Yeah, this is me. You know what I mean? It just catches it. Dude, let me tell you something too. Because I'm out here in LA, right? Um, yeah, that 88's in my DNA. You better believe it, bro. That's what I'm saying. I'm out here in LA because I was doing the Netflix is a Joke Fest. Dude, I did stand up. I was out there tripping, man. I was out there tripping, man. I was trying. I was trying to get jiggy with it, man. And I had fun. And there were some things that I realized in the midst of this, man. You can do, man, comedy. You can have so much fun out there. You can really, really enjoy, you know, the setting if you get comfortable. Like I wasn't totally comfortable my first time, and I stayed close to the vest, and that's why I told stories that I had already lived and tried to add a little woo woo to it, as opposed to having someone somebody was talking about it. Man, Michael, who do you have writing your jokes? I'm like, joke, ain't nobody writing my jokes. I haven't gotten to that level of being a comedian. So my best thing is to tell a story and try to put something in it as opposed to coming up with whole new jokes or letting someone write jokes for me. That always worries me. And just for us here, I want you guys to understand too. I don't allow anybody to write for me. I can't do that because I don't know anybody that writes quite like Mike, how I talk. Even when I did that movie, The Longest Yard, I went to Adam Sandler and he allowed me to write my own lines for that movie. I wrote my own lines for that movie. And Adam told me then, Michael, I'll let you write them, but and I'll let you say it. But if it doesn't work, I want you to know what the script says also. So I had to learn both. Now, in certain things, I had to also, when I went through the script, I had to also leave in the script. Like when I say, I'm gonna beat you like a baby back bitch. Like the baby back bitch carried the joke. That's when Terry Crew, baby back, baby back, baby back. So I had to put that piece in so it could carry the joke. But I wrote it off. Even when I would beat them, I said, hey, it was time. They said, now it's time for you to get out of here. I think that's what they wrote. I didn't, that's what they was in there. It was in the script. I was like, no, that doesn't sound like me. I don't even talk like that, And that's what Adam said. He said, man, I hire these writers to try to write you. They're studying you, trying to figure out how you talk, but you know how you talk. So if you want to write yourself in, that's fine. He said, you're not getting any writing credit and you're not getting any more money, but you can do it. You got to know the script also, but you can do it. So I did it. So instead of me saying, now you get out of here, and I put in, I think it's time for you to get stepping. That means, that's more of me. Like, hey, after I won the basketball game, I can look at him and say, I think it's time for you to get out of here. It doesn't sound like me. But I look at him after I whoop his ass and say, I think it's time for you to get stepping. Like, get your ass up out of here. You know what I'm saying? That's brother. That's me. That's me. So I'm just saying. So ain't nobody gonna write no jokes for me either, y'all. Now I'm not saying I won't allow people to give me information to use, but I have to use it like me, do it like me. So it is me and it's authentic. It's authentic. It's authentic. I don't know why I'm struggling with that, man. But I ain't struggling with what kind of season I think we're about to have on that football field. NFL, like the Broncos, should go back to old uniforms. Yeah, I like some of the old uniforms, dude. But listen, think about it this way. Think about it this way. You talk to the NFL about going back to old uniforms. The NFL is talking about, and let me give you this, new money. New money. Not old money. You think they just change uniforms for uniform changing sake? No, they're changing uniforms, so you got to go buy new jerseys. You see what I mean? They get the updated styles and all of that. They already took all the money from the old uniforms and the old stuff. That's why you can throw in or throw back. But they're not gonna throw that old stuff back in the rotation because it doesn't bring in the new money. The new jerseys do. Older people want the nostalgia, bring in the old what used to be. The NFL wants the new money and what can be. You got to think like they think, not just like we think personally. Think like they think, and that's what they are doing. So I understand that. I don't like the new Falcons jerseys. I understand, buddy. I understand you don't like them, but how old are you now? Remember, they are not selling to old people. Any of us over 30. Any of us over 30, yeah, come on now. So let's stop talking about bringing in those old jerseys that we loved back in the day when these people are saying we're manufacturing stuff that the young kids want because we trying to capture them. They are trying to get the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 age. They want to start them in their jerseys right now. You understand? They already got y'all money. They're setting up the next generation to be on the nipple like a baby, just like we are. I can't wait for the NFL season to come around. Just on the nipple. I just said that. I just said that. They know exactly what they're doing. I'm just letting y'all know, bro. Yeah, you ain't go get them. You ain't go get them. You know. So just ride out what they do. Don't try to change. Man, they should do this. Don't even make suggestions because they don't even want you. They don't want your suggestions. They got a model that prints money, literally prints money, and they are printing it all the time. Just want you to know that. What type of Nike gloves you wore in '88? Okay, yeah. Now, good, that was cool. And they were coming up with some new Nike gloves, and that's when Nike was just getting into business. Now, before that, I wore Newmans. Remember, Newman's was really the only gloves they had, and I like the all-white Newman gloves. And in Nike, I had signed a Nike deal, and Nike came out, and Nike built me some new gloves. Now, what they built was they were real thin on the back, because the Newman gloves were thick. They were too thick, and sometimes wearing them when it's hot, well, it made you feel a little bulky. Made you feel bulky. But when it was cold, you could put some rubber. When it was real cold, you could rubber down your hands and still get them in, and you didn't mind about the bulk. But when the Nike came up with them, I wanted them to look thinner on the backside, look thin on the backside, and you can, you get. I just felt like you had more hand freedom. But yeah, they were different once I got those Nikes in, man. I used to love those Nike gloves. So yeah, I don't know the gloves these guys have today, man, and I haven't seen any pair of them. But boy, they tell you they so sticky, man. You can and that ball sticks like that. So yeah, I can't even imagine what it would have been like if I had the gloves that they're playing with today. You know what I mean? I got the Mitchell and Ness '95 Irvin jersey, and everybody congratulated me. Yeah, you know what? You remember that when Mitchell and Ness was coming out with them throwbacks. And see that's how you have to do those old jerseys, right? You know what I mean? It's timing of the old jerseys. Like okay, we haven't won. Cowboys haven't won Super Bowl 30 years. Those jerseys we wore 30 years ago in the Super Bowl. So what moment you say, hey, this is the 30th anniversary, and I'm just throwing this out. This is the 30th anniversary of Super Bowl 32, a Super Bowl 30. We're going to put out these jerseys and wear them for a game. Now something like that works. Let me tell you what. Because you're hooking the emotional buyer. Man, we hadn't won a Super Bowl in 30 years. Wow, remember them days, man. Oh, remember, I'm gonna get me one of these jerseys. Hey, you hooked in that emotional buyer, and you also hook in. Oh, take my lips. My lips always bad, man. I can't help them. They're just garbage. No, they're not garbage. They're actually perfect lips, but they just look messed up from the sun in Florida, and always licking it like that in Florida when I was growing up. So I appreciate that. You know what I mean? But as I was saying, that's an emotional thing. You get to the emotional buy of it. Oh man, remember them days? I'm gonna buy one. Or you get the superstitious guy like me. Man, and you take it as a sign. Boy, they put out that jersey. That's the jersey. The last time we won a Super Bowl and we got the team this year, I got to get me one of them jerseys. Boy, I feel like this gonna be the year again. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. That's still an emotional buy. Those are very important moments that you can bring back the old stuff and make it with some nostalgia and get the emotion side of it. But the money for them is in that new stuff. You see what I'm saying? That's how that's how they work. Please tell the commissioner of football, Roger Goodell. All right, what do you tell me to say? See, I think I went too fast. With Roger Goodell, man. I told you guys, man, you guys got to stop staring off Roger Goodell. Trophy on last time we won. It was I know. We got it's last time we won. Last time we won. Dell still won't make the playoffs. Get out of here, bro. We're gonna make the playoffs. You get now. See, that's just haterade right there. You saw that George Pickens is signed, and you see the defense. You know the Cowboys were this far from making the playoff last year, and they have absolutely improved their team. So the schedule is more difficult, but I believe we'll get there. I do believe we'll get to the playoffs, and then let's see how they can make a dollar holler. And let me tell you why I like once they get there, how they can make that dollar holler. There are going to be guys talking about new money. And George Pickens will be one of them. And, he'll be right there and he'll be talking about new money. Everything will be on that line. Once you get in the playoffs, yeah, we'll be good. We'll be good. Drink Gatorade, not haterade. That's what I say. I ain't going to say I drink Gatorade. I'm just going to tell you, stop drinking haterade. You know what I mean? Because the reality is, you see what the Cowboys have a chance at doing with that offense that they had, the offense last year, and the parts that they have put on the defense. And what I'm telling you about the parts they put on defense, it's not just that I like the physical capabilities of them. I like the man and the mannerisms of the man. They're unifiers. They're bringing guys together. When I hear Caleb Downs' dad talking, oh my God, I love it. I love it. He talks about how competitive his boys is. You can talk about how clean and neat. You hear his clean and his neatness in his voice. And that's what he's giving his sons. And his safety son is back there roaming in the backfield. I can't wait for when he plays his brother that plays receiver for the Colts. But I gotta honor the kind of man that he represents when he stands up there talking about his son. And I can only imagine the kind of sons that they are. And I can't wait to watch Caleb Downs on the football field playing for the Cowboys. And, he talked about, and when I had him on the show, he talked about, yeah, it was bothering him as he watched his name kind of slip there. But once he landed in Dallas, it was all good again because he knows that's a historical franchise, and you got a chance to do many great things for a long time right there. And as bad as that defense was last year, it won't take much before everybody falls in love with him. We them boys, you right. How far would you listen? I do believe, yeah. I saw somebody say something about Jane Daniels too. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with the Washington Commanders. Now, this division is going to be interesting. Philly won the division for the first time back to back in a long time that we've ever seen. You seem like the fun uncle at the cookout. Yeah, a little fun uncle at the cookout. yeah, yeah. But dude, I'm everywhere because I love sports. Like I'm here at the Rousey fight. We had Run the Rousey. We're gonna get run. We got Run the Rousey will be coming on the show. I hope to get Nate Diaz. Um, I was here for the Netflix is a Joke festival, going out doing the comedian stuff, just really stepping, doing other things while it's not football season. You know what I mean? Getting out and venturing out into this world, doing a roast. I don't, I don't mind attending a roast, but I don't want to. I don't want to, get in the roast. A UFC White House. I'm ready for that UFC White House fight too. I was talking about this dude, and somebody just brought this up. I was talking about. I was like, who is the great? I know they added the big beast to that fight, but as I was thinking about it, I'm like, we can have a White House fight, and what American fighter's going to win on that big stage? And then they added the beast, and they give us something, the black beast, you know. But boy, I don't. That's. I just wanted John Jones in that fight. I wanted John Jones there, and I'm gonna have to reach out to Dana about that. I just wish John Jones was in that fight, that White House fight. And I saw John. I saw John. Where was it? In Miami, and we were talking about that. We were talking about it, man. And he said, "Hey, man, I'm in shape. Some right now. If somebody said there's going to be a John Jones and Tom Aspinall fight on that White House card, it'll be through the roof. I'm going to watch Ronda Rousey fight here Saturday, right here. Right here in LA. So that's going to be interesting to see. She hadn't fought in a long time. Pickens won't play the same under the tag. That dog and him. No, that dog and him did not leave, man. And I think he will. Can you give me a shout out of my dying? What do you mean? Who's there? Who's dying? Oh, him. Give him a shout out. Wait, first let me get back to Pickens. Let me get back to Pickens. Do you guys know? I told you here that Jerry. I think they had played it the right way, but you had to make sure that you are in the right space in Pickens' mind. And when they put a non-exclusive tag on him, they gave him an opportunity to go out and talk to other teams. And no team was willing to say, all right, we'll give you these many draft picks, and we're gonna have to pay Pickens. It's not no team wanted him. Teams wanted him, I'm sure. It's just what they had to risk to get him. And then what if it didn't work out and you had given up? If you've given up the money, that's one thing, but the money in the picks, that's another thing. And that back people up. And I believe that helps everybody sees clearly, see a lot better. The agent in George, because you got false understanding of your market. Probably thought, oh man, George going to be the hardest guy out here, and everybody's going to be bidding JSN kind of money, and maybe you can lose them if that happens. But Jerry and them played their cards, and they played it the right way. And from what I see when he went in and signed that franchise tag, he was saying, okay, now you guys on the hook. I can go and train and work out, and you on the hook for that money. If I get hurt over here working out in practice, you on the hook for that money. But you see, and that gives him some stability there. To at least know I'm gonna make that $30 million. Because he say he doesn't sign, he goes out here and something happens. I don't know. Now he loses everything, everything, and I don't think he wanted to do that. So I like it if a wide receiver goes out and he might get this desperate sign pack pick his devil. Yeah, I don't see that now. What I'm if you're saying if somebody gets hurt, they'll get desperate to sign Pickens. I think what I'm hoping is Pickens start off a great year, and 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 then there's a happy compromise in the middle somewhere here. After game 5, after game 6, maybe after game 7 or 8, maybe where you come on in and everybody say, you know what? We like the direction. And Pickens says, okay, maybe I don't need to try to play the whole year and try to see if I can put on another 1,400 yards and go atop of JSN at 42 million. Give me 33 million over the next 3 years, or give me 35 million over the next 3 years, and let's solidify it then. Now you could be, because you're pushing some things that you got the start of this season off. You got the salary cap where you want it. You got 8 games in. You're seeing now what the number's going to be. You see the kind of year you're having with George Pickens the second time around, that it wasn't a flash in the pan. And now you can come out and try to lock him down early before he has that great year. And people say, well, maybe he has turned over a new leaf and his value skyrockets. That's the ultimate hope. That's what I have in my mind, hoping that it works out that way for George Pickens in the Dallas Cowboys. Right now, the Spurs up 59-52 peeps still close game. Anthony Edwards was just at the side at the free throw line, and what is this? This third quarter. So yeah, it's third quarter. So his thing getting good. Can't wait to see Parker in his new role. I mean, his new soldiers. I like that. I like saying new soldiers, new dogs, whatever you can't see. Don't matter. OKC winning the West. You ain't never lied, dude. I don't know about that. I don't know. I believe that so. I've gone back and forth. I thought maybe Wimby has chance, and maybe I'm just riding the man as opposed to the team. Because when I'm watching OKC, like watching them the other night, and just watching every time, man, they find another player to do it. And even talking to I had Cam on today, and Cameron was talking about it too. You know how SGA beating the Lakers, haven't even played some of his best basketball, but now he's taking off playing some pretty good basketball. So I think that it's just so interesting to see how he when he needed to, he put his pedal to the metal and got it done. And that's what OKC looks like they can do. I'm still holding out the unicorn. I do believe Minnesota is not going to beat the Spurs here, but they'll match up well for the Spurs. They got a lot of big boys, big rough boys, tough boys, and that's why Wemby got in what he got into because they're trying to say they've been beating him up pretty good. But this dude is a tough dude, and he shows back up. So I'm not counting out the Spurs when they go up against OKC, but what they got to know is what we talk about. Each level is going to bring that new devil. And just like they started this series off in slow fashion and Minnesota got them, you can't do that against OKC. And you got time now to grow and learn in this series, going back and forth. You got to go into that OKC series ready right now. And I know I'm talking about something that's coming. But right now, y'all Spurs 61-54 gotta take care of their business. They can't let this dude right here, Anthony Edwards, who they're showing, steal this thing from them. So let's see what this is going to happen. I can't wait. Yeah, we'll get a few more minutes here, and then to watch this fourth quarter is going to be epic for me. You know, to get a chance to watch this fourth quarter. Oh, yeah. Oh, see, and that right there, 61-57 now. It was an Nas Reese. Once somebody just hit a big three, so the pressure's on. Oh, the Spurs just turned that thing over. So, man, why? So, yeah, good. That's a good game right there, boy. Let's see if they close this thing, get down one, 3-pointer, give them 1 point deficit. Rudy Gobert, Rudy gonna shoot that three. Okay, Julius Randle came and got it, top of the key. Oh, that it missed. Hey, man, 61-57 going back the other way. Oh, why do you got NBA? You got NBA. I don't know who I got in the NBA, man. That's what I'm talking about. But everybody, if you're gonna say who's right now, you gotta go OKC. You know what I mean? Mofo, Dade in the house. What's up, Dade? In the house. I see you, man. Yeah, I'm going to the NBA playoff game. I was supposed to go to game 5 today in New York, but they swept them. So now what I am going to do, and I wanted to line up right, because I need those dates to line up right. I want to go to game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals in New York. So yeah, I'm gonna go to a game, and I want to go to a game in San Antonio, and I want to go to a game in OKC. I like going to games in those small towns too. Mike Irvin, one of days finest. Appreciate that, man. All you do, fam. I appreciate you saying that too, man. And finding and having my peeps from the bottom holler. You know what I mean? Holler at me, dude. Dude, I cannot wait to y'all. I'm telling y'all, I cannot wait. for the season. I'm talking about the college football season too. You know, I know I'm talking about my Dallas Cowboys, but the college football season too. That's just the college football season also. You know, that's going to be great. So we got a great year ahead, man. I'm telling you, a great year. Right now, I got a great week ahead. I'm going out tomorrow to watch Ronda Rousey practice out on the beach. I'm gonna do some man about town stuff. You know what I mean? Grab the microphone, talk to some people that are out there. See to hear. I was there, guys. I was there. I used to follow Ronda Rousey as she went to fights all over. I told y'all I went to a fight in Brazil when she was fighting Beth Correa, the girl Correa, yeah, in Brazil. I was there, and that was her stand up. Well, oof, that was her best stand up performance. She didn't arm bar to get that win. She put straight hands on her, and she took a big hit. Boom, got hit, but she put those straight hands. And I think it's so amazing that now I'm out here with the White House covering it, messing around, talking to her, talking to people that are out there excited about her fighting and covering her fight. I'm just excited about that, man. I can't tell you, I'm so excited about that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I want to also say congrats to my man David Njoku. You know, because I know I was with him. Okay, well, yeah, we were in Miami. I was just with him in Miami. I saw him, and he was talking about. I asked him, man, what we're looking at, what we're looking like doing. He said, he told me then. He said, looks like maybe the Chargers, but I couldn't say anything. And he signed a 1 year deal with the Chargers. You know, $8 to $10 million. So always want to say congratulations to all of my you dudes, man. You know, I'm always excited for him. David Njoku, who's the all-time leading receiver in Cleveland, you know, from a tight end. And now he'll get a chance to go over and play with the Chargers. So best of luck for you, my brother. We all are pulling for you always. I love you, my brother. All right, guys, I'm going to get back to watching this rest of this game because soon they'll be getting into that fourth quarter. And then I'll get ready to go out and see Ronda Rousey tomorrow. And you know what? Right after that, I'm going to hop back on and tell y'all about that. Peace, my brothers, and may God cover y'all. Miss Pa is the word that I like to say, which says, my coach and I used to always say that, may God cover us both until we see each other again. God bless.